Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is your friend, Lamont Tyson, known for movies and TV shows, but everybody that knows how I got to that point know it was because of real estate and stocks. Recently, I've been telling you guys about a phenomenal prop trading firm. And if you don't know what a prop trading firm is, we're going to break it down for you in just a second. A company that I think you guys should take a look at for all your trading needs. I'm using them. And if you've never heard of the one we're going to interview today, we have Mr. Michael, who's with Trade the Pool. Here's a little sizzle reel of what you can expect and why this should be your year to start trading.
Hey guys, welcome to our trading platform tutorial videos. In this series, we are going to cover from A to Z all you need to know about our trading platform, how to use it the right way. We have scanners, indicators, market depth, time and sale, and many more features. Hotkeys, of course, inside as well. We are going to teach you all of them step by step. And of course, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so we will update you on a new feature. We are always working to add more.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to go to the channel just yet, because live and in the building with me is the CEO of Trade the Pool, and we're going to ask him all the tough questions because I want to make sure you guys are successful, and he does too. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the Hollywood Oscar ovation. Mr. Michael is in the building with Trade the Pool. How you doing, Mr. Michael?
I'm all right, Lamont. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for having me.
I am doing great. And like I said, you get the Hollywood Oscar approval, and it sounds like this.
Thank you. You're far too kind.
Well, Mr. Michael, I am so grateful you're here because there has always been a hole in trading that a lot of new traders don't know about. When they find their edge, they run into this wall called lack of capital to trade the way they need to trade. This company that you formed does that. But before we talk about the company and what it entails, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into trading and what brought you to the point of forming this company.
Yeah, so, I've been trading for a while now, almost 18 years, 17 and a half, I guess. So I started a long time ago, and my background is actually coming from gaming. I've been a gamer for many years, mostly trading, mostly playing Counter-Strike and, first person shooter. And that for me was kind of easy shift, because when my ex-girlfriend bought me the Robert Kiyosaki book, The Rich Dad Poor Dad, which introduced me to stock trading, it was easy for me to go from the same keyboard, instead of killing the bad guys, just long in or killing the short side or whatnot. But it was really easy for me to shift to that direction because I already was familiar with the screens, the computer, the keyboard. So I started to learn, digged in. I spent hours and hours on how to craft my strategies, how to understand what I'm doing, if I'm doing something right, what is it, and when I'm doing something wrong, how can I perfect it? And eventually, after a while, I got myself to the point that I understood what I'm doing, and also learning the structure of the market, like the mechanics of the market. And that got me into the point where I started to make money, became the head of the traders in one of the local prop firm here. And from there, opened Trade the Pool, and has it like today.
One thing I didn't get a chance to tell Michael is in college, I was a big gamer, except for I was playing Madden. I actually made it to the Madden bus, Michael. Nice. I didn't win the Madden tournament, but I did make it to the Madden bus. And my whole college life was gaming, from God of War. It was more console game. It wasn't necessarily keyboard games. Dungeons, it wasn't Dungeons and Dragons, that type of thing. And I think that background kind of helped me careen into trading myself. And I started out doing options. That's how I cut my teeth in the beginning. But as you can see, I'm multifaceted. I tried to break into Hollywood, and that cost me a lot of money. And so options wasn't cutting it for me. So I careened into stock trading. And that's when I found out the problem you just elocuted. You run into capital issues once you get your edge and you really can understand how to nail the market when you need to. Capital becomes a problem. And so tell the people how Trade the Pool can help solve some of their capital allocation problems as they're growing as a trader.
Yeah, you definitely nailed it. You know, when I started to trade, I traded with $10,000, which was nothing. You cannot really play with it in the market, in the stock market. And, you know, you go to a trade and that's it, you're done. You cannot go to another trade simultaneously. So those elements of lack of capital definitely affect my trading, and it affects everyone basically. So the first thing when we thought about Trade the Pool, the first thing was actually providing funding, providing capital that you can trade with enough capital to do some damage in the market, to make money, and actually it will be, you know, worth your time. Because if you're trading with 5 or 10K, even if you're making money, let's say you are a profitable trader and you make money in the market, you will end up with $200 a month, $500, right? Mm-hmm. It's not enough. You need more capital to actually make more money. And that's only one thing. The second thing is actually the fact that you're not risking your own capital. If for the guys that not familiar with the term prop firm, you basically go through an evaluation. So you pay for a test, and once you pass that test, we give you the funds to trade with and split the profit. So if you're not risking your money, and you did it, right? So you know the psychological aspect of risking your own capital. Right. It's incredible to see that guys that paying, let's say, $50 for a test, passing the evaluation, and now trading risk-free. That's literally the only thing that they're risking when it comes to trading stocks, which is amazing opportunity to anyone, not just traders. You know, someone that thinking of an extra income and thinking to go to Amazon or eBay or finance or trading. That's a great solution. You don't need to invest your own money in order to trade these days. And I love it.
And one thing Michael is mentioning, and he said that he nailed it himself. He took Thor's hammer from me and he nailed it to the ground, brought the lightning. Behind him, he has a sign that says risk reward. And Michael, I actually used the platform today, and nice. I have an illustration of what that risk reward looks like in real time. And so, ladies and gentlemen, when you find your edge, instead of having to max your trade to the full tilt, you can take a risk tolerance amount of trade to lower your risk and still make a little bit more money. And here's an example of what I did today. So today was a hot day for NVIDIA, Palantir, and United Health. I took a trade on Palantir. And ladies and gentlemen, this is my P&L. I made about $600. If I would have been using my Lightspeed account, same capital, I would have only made $150, just like what Michael said. And here's my trading view that syncs up with my Trade the Pool P&L for today, so that you guys know that this is a real thing. And a lot of people tend to be afraid when they understand prop firms. They tend to be afraid about some of the rules. There has been some sketchy things out there about when people are close to finishing the evaluation, they'll sneak in these rules. They'll add cents to the ask bid. Tell me how you've been able to manage that and gain so much rapport and great reviews from users.
Yeah. So first of all, we've been backed by the Fivers, a company that's been in the market for 10 years now, probably the highest reputation in the prop industry for sure. And you can check it out through Trustpilot and such. And so the fact that what we bring to the table is, first, we are traders, right? So we understand what you're going through as a trader. So we use a lot of technology, creating a lot of features and products to give you more of an ecosystem that guides you and walk you through it. And the second thing is, we're super transparent. You know, you got the rules. You need to stick or stay within the risk parameters. But if you do all of that, you're good to go. And from time to time, you mentioned that, and now from time to time, traders will think that the risk parameters might be a limitation, but it's actually the opposite. And I've been interviewing all of our traders. It's on our YouTube channel, and so you can listen to them as well. And they will say the same thing as I say right now. 100% of them will tell you that once you have the risk limitations, the risk parameters, and you understand how to follow them, you will become a better trader, because limitations will put you in a box and keep you safe, not to terminate the account. And you've been trading your own capital as well, right? It's super easy to blow your account. Super easy. The broker won't stop you to kill the account, but we do. We will stop you for that day and tell you, you know what, come back the next day when you're fresh and ready to go again.
To me, this sounds like this should be kind of a natural first step for a new trader, because with what you're doing and the limitations you put on it, you kind of help that trader develop a certain amount of discipline as they're learning or as they are using their current playbook for their edge. Yeah. Is that not a correct statement to make?
100%, yeah, for sure.
So let's talk about the tiers of Trade the Pool. And I pulled this graphic up because you guys are running a nice little special here going on this month. And let's talk about the tiers, because you have some people that like to day trade. You have some that like to swing trade. Talk about the various levels and tiers that you have for someone who might be a day trader versus someone who is a swing trader.
Right. So for each site or stage, we have two programs. One is the flex and the other is the max. For day traders, if you are day traders, meaning you buy and sell within the same day, you have the option to hold your position till the end of the day, and you don't have any time limit to pass the evaluation. So you can take your time, you can trade for 3 months and then pass, or you can do that within 1 day. It depends on your skill, basically. And the tiers goes from 5K all the way to 200K. But we do have also a scaling plan, meaning every time you reach a 10% target, we will bump up your buying power and your daily loss allowance. So we got guys that trading on $300,000, $400,000 and more, because every time they reach that certain X, the 10%, we will push their buying power up. So my recommendation is always start with the 5K. The 5K, first of all, it's the cheapest one, of course, the fee for the evaluation. And second thing, once you use the 5K in order to understand the rules, the platform, your ability to modify maybe your strategies, whatnot, then you can go for a bigger account. If you, of course, a professional, go straight to the 100K, 200K. But if you're a beginner, go to the 5K. You don't need to rush anything. Prove yourself or show yourself that you can make it on the 5K, and then go for the 50 or the 100, and actually start making money. The 5K is just to test yourself, basically. And on the swing account, we do have few tiers too. Yeah.
They also have a demo, ladies and gentlemen, that you can take advantage of that I've used. And Michael, I would like to ask you, how close is the demo to what someone will be using when they go through the authorization process?
Yeah, it's completely the same thing. The execution-wise, the fees, anything that you want to operate. The demo is for 14 days, just for you to test the platform and see it. Super friendly, very easy to use it, but just to get to familiarize with it. But other than that, pretty much the same.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a full circle moment for a lot of you all that have told me you want to get into stock trading, you want to be successful. There's nowhere around. Everybody takes bumps and bruises. But if you're going to take a bump and a bruise, it would be best for you not to do it with your own capital. And he has a plan for 5K that's running a special right now. It's like $50. All you're risking is $50 to get your system in order. And if you make that 5K, get through the evaluation, they bump you up, as he just said, so you can gradually grow. And the only thing that separates a trader who makes a lot of money is scalability. And that's something that Trade the Pool is offering. So, Michael, I want to thank you for coming. And I want to get you out of here on this. One of these days, I want to be one of those traders that you're interviewing because I've done so well on your platform. But before I get there, I want to ask, do you have any parting words for my audience in terms of joining Trade the Pool and following me here? What would be your last statement to them if you had to give them an elevator pitch for why there's safety in Trade the Pool, there's reliability in Trade the Pool, and there's real payouts every 2 weeks once you meet a threshold?
Yeah, I just interviewed James Baum, one of our great guys that's been trading with us for more than a year, and he just took $114,000 payout with a couple of steps. So that's incredible. It will be on our YouTube channel soon as well. At the end of the day, if you want to trade stocks, first of all, the opportunity is out there, right? The market is moving today, especially, and you can make money trading stocks. Now, instead of risking your own capital, you can risk ours. Just show us that you can trade, bring your skill, learn a little bit, show us that you can do that, and we're good to go. You're not risking your capital. You have enough capital to trade with, and it's actually worth your time and not, using your own 5K or 10K or even 20K. So in that case, it's a no-brainer for anyone that want to join. It doesn't have to be, like I said before, it doesn't have to be someone that is super dedicated to the market right now and been trading for 5 years. We got a lot of new guys that just started to trade. Instead of trading your own capital and risking it, because at the beginning you will lose, right? At least for the test of it. So just use our capital, and the learning curve will be much more faster too.
Exactly. And ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest parts that me and Michael didn't talk about is the psychology. And when it's your money on the line, it can really play with your psychology if you've never traded with your real money on the line. Trust me.
Sure.
And what Trade the Pool does for you is it gives you the scalability, it gives you the learnability, and it can kind of help you with the most important part of trading, which is the psychology part. So, ladies and gentlemen, I can't thank Michael enough. There will be a link to their YouTube channel in the description. It'll be an affiliate link. Michael, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much on short notice. This is how dedicated he is, ladies and gentlemen. I just got this interview with him yesterday. He is that committed to anyone coming to Trade the Pool. He's one of the most tangible CEOs you're going to find out there. And his door and his phone number is always open to you. Michael, thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Lamont.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here on that, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to trade the pool. Links is in description. And until that next Sexy as Hell video, you'll see me being interviewed by Michael. I'll see you.